Hello everyone. So now today we are going to discuss about high price ahead market and surplus power portal, that is PUSP. It I think we discussed. So next page is the business innovation and entrepreneurship, corporate social responsibility. We discussed in company on International Financial Service Center. This one discussed one competition commission, yes. Then Vishwas, okay. Transfer pricing, okay. And Global Innovation Index, okay. And Startup India, okay. And this whole system is finished. Startup India we done. Now Bureau of Indian Standard. And Startup India we done. The next topic is Bureau of Indian Standard. Okay, Bureau of Indian Standard. So this Bureau of Indian Standard, which is Ministry of Ministry of Consumer Affair, first of all, first point. Okay. Second is 115 categories of the products are there. 115 categories are there, and in that it will be for 2014. Genesis is BIS is a national standard body of India. BIS Act 1986, which is the Indian Standard Institution or BIS Act. So it was the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution to satisfy the customer needs to achieve the harmonious development to trust the standardized quality control. प्रेसिडेंट जो है वो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर जो है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कंज्यूमर अफेयर ओके एंड द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट जो है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ द स्टेट मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कंज्यूमर अफेयर फॉर्मुलेशन जो होते हैं स्टैंडर्ड थ्रू है कंसल्टेटिव मैकेनिज्म रिव्यू होता है और हार्मोनाइज इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड्स एंड पब्लिश देम and now there's a product certification voluntary 1000 product online consignment portal, that is the foreign licenses. And annual the standard national action plan is also there. National action plan and sell the marketing rights BIS. So there is cement, household food, medical, steel, air conditioner, domestic and electrical. This all are given there. The ISI mark that is issued by the BIS, and that was the consumer durable goods. The egg mark that is for the Directorate Marketing and Inspection Department of Agriculture. So egg mark is for the agriculture products, and BIS mark that is for the gold. Wool mark that is for wool. Eco mark that is for environment friendly products. FPO marks that is for the food products. It is from the FSI. FSI is the main body. An Indian Organic Agriculture and Processed Food Product Export Development Authority, that is Agriculture and Processed Food Products and Export Development Authority. Okay, this all is there. Now next one is it's completed now. Economy is today completed. Now we are going to take one more segment. Which can be taken in stock. Yeah, it's here. P PT365. It is economic survey. That is 414 pages almost. So many chapters are there in economic survey, as you can see here, and we are going to discuss preface of economic survey. It is very vast document. So 414 pages are there. So I'm not going to discuss this one. Where to find out the more PDFs? PDF. PDF. No, where to go? Upload and share. Template view layout. Help. What is this? This is quite different feature. Now what is this? This is also kind of different feature. And I can open this age, but I can open this age with edit document and to find the documents exactly how this can work. I can open up this one. 1 second. This is the IPT December. What it is? What it is? It is also not opening. Yes. So what it is? Yeah, it is culture. That's nice. So that is finally finally we used that feature, and now we are going to start culture also. Sculpture, temple and other architecture. So first of all, the Shanti Niketan as a Shanti Niketan. Okay, this is as a 41st UNESCO World Heritage Site. So this is West Bengal, the Sundarban National Park and the Darjeeling Mountain. These two are before that we added, and now 41 site is Shanti Niketan Graha, and the International Council of Monuments and Sites (ICOMOS) is worked for that, and the World Heritage Site UNESCO World Heritage Site is outstanding universal value World Heritage in 1972, which is a cultural and natural and mix. 42 World Heritage Sites in India. Out of this, 34 are cultural, and 34 are cultural plus 7 are natural, and plus 1 is mixed type. Okay, 7 natural, 1 is mixed type, and total sites are 42, and nominated on the basis of the tentative list submitted, and for the inclusion World Heritage Site is a meet one of the section. So Chinese, this is circular window, and Guhagar, and Japanese it is woodwork. Neo-Gothic, that was the bungalow style, and Buddhist, that is Ajanta and the Sanchi, and Sultan and Mughal period, that was Archer and Jodi, and the Bengal, that was Cheti, inspired by the rural Bengali hut. So these are some architectural elements. Genesis, it is 1965. That was Ecomos. Ecomos was came in the 1965, and this is its headquarters is Paris and France. Global NGO association with UNESCO. Mission is to promote the conservation and protection and 151 members are the in this ECOMOS. ECOMOS, it was 1965, and almost 151 members. Advisory body of the World Heritage Committee for the implementing the World Heritage and Heritage Risk. The district Birbhum, West Bengal, that is Shanti Niketan. It is in Birbhum district, and this ancient medieval folk traditional India, as well as the Japanese, Chinese, and all that is included in that. So it is uniqueness. First is uniqueness. Total work of the art is the Gasam Thung like life learning work, and establishment the 19th century Maharshi Dayanand, Devendranath Tagore, and then Baron Look, known as a Khol, and Ajay and Kopai, that is the flank. Now overall, the first architecture structure, that was the cultural feature, and building material for the maintaining and cement. So there is the Rabindranath Tagore period of Shanti Niketan. It is a Brahmacharya Shama 1901. It is the Tapovan and the Gurukul, and now Vishwa Bharati University of Shanti Niketan World University, that is Vishwa Bharati 1921. It was transitional into Central University of the Rathindranath, first Chancellor. Now related to the Bangir Mati. So Rabindranath Tagore is a Bangiar state anthem, and now Poila Beshak, and it is given the statehood day, that was 15 April. It is statehood day of the Bengal, and the Bangla Banga movement, which is against the partition, promote communal harmony in the Raksha Bandhan, also did that. So Tagore was composed Amar Sonar Bangla. Amar Sonar Bangla. And the sacred emblem of Hoysala. This Hoysala is the 42nd UNESCO World Heritage. It is temple in the Halibidu. It is in the Halibidu, that is in the Keshava temple of the Somnathpuram. So Keshav temple of the Somnathpuram, and this is Hampi, Paddakal and Western Ghat. Hampi, Paddakal and Western Ghat. Chennakeshwar temple, also referred to the Vijayanagara temple, and the commissioned by the King Vishnuvardhan, Belur region of the Hassan. Next is the Ekakutta temple, that is the Garbhagriha. Now Lord Vishnu, known as the Chennakeshwara temple, and it is Hoysala, that was in the Halibidu, that is in the Halibid. And now there is a Dwar Samundram lake. Deity was Lord Shiva, and name was Natraja. And Keshav temple. So Keshav temple is the Somnath Dandanayak. It was the Somnath Puram of the Mysuru, and that is located bank river of the Kaveri. Kaveri river, that was the Keshav temple. Okay. And Trikuta temple, that is the Lord Krishna. And Hoysala architecture, that was the Dravid Nagara style of the Bhumija, and that was the Karnataka Dravida tradition of the Kalyani. Now, key of the Hoysala temple, that is hybrid. Hoysala temple is the hybrid style, and it is Dravidan and Nagar both style is there, and Bhumija is the influence of the Bhumija. Okay. Now next is key of the temple architecture style is followed by the stellated plane. It is followed by the stellate plane and the raised platform, and material used there is a soapstone. Garbhagriha is also there, and now the mandapa is also there, circular pillar, and the gopuram, which is also there, gopuram, lofty gopuram, and sculpture is also there, and sculpture, that is Salabanjika. Viman is simple inside, lavishly decorated, and other feature are the corbelled dome. Now the Genesis is what that is Malnad region of the Karnataka, and founder King Nirpakama II, that is Western Ganga dynasty. Time period is 10 to 14 and the capital is Belur of the Halibut, Belur or Halibut, and the large modern area of the Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. The Vishnu Vardhan Rai, that was the split the Karnataka region, the Shiv Ishwaram, and that was the Veera Balola II. Now administration was the Nadu and the Kampas and Vishya, and now there was a Battle of the Madurai. Next one is Konark Temple. It is a black pagoda. We can see this is a black pagoda, and this temple is Arka Kshetra and the Padma Kshetra is also there. 13th century. The black pagoda is the built in the 13th century, and celestial body of the sun highlighted this one, and laterite and the chondrite rocks are also there. Language stone was the language of Main. Other prominent temple is the Markand temple that is in Jammu Kashmir, and Katarmal temple that is Uttarakhand, Surya Patthar that is in the Assam, Dakshina that is Bihar, Asavali that was Andhra Pradesh, and Suryanar that was Tamil Nadu, and Modera that was Gujarat, and Brahmanya that is MP. Kalinga architecture that is the Gaj Simha. So Kalinga architecture that is the Gaj Simha, and it is the lion resemble the pride, and that is elephant resemble for the wealth. Elephant resemble for the wealth. Now Natya Mandap that is about the dance, and Jagmohan that is about the assembly temple hall, that is the Jagmohan, and Deul is the idol which is placed there in the Jagmohan. So Jagmohan is the assembly hall. So assembly hall, the name is what, that is the Jagmohan is the assembly hall, and the Deul is about the where the temple is placed, and the Boga Mandir that is kitchen. So Kalinga is the Nagara style of northern India, and Dravida is the southern India, and both of these are the hybrid style, that is Besar. The Kalinga temple consists of the Deul and that whole, that is the Jagmohan, and there is a Jagmohan. Okay, Jagmohan that is the assembly hall, and later on this include the Natya Mandap and the Bok Mandir. Category of the Raksha Deul, Pida Deul, and the Badra Deul and Khakra Deul. So Rekha Deul is also there, then Pida Deul, then Badra Deul, then Khakra Deul. Rays. Sun rays are first come and illuminate the sanctum, and chariot design is also like Surya as a sun god. Surya as a sun god, and Konark wheel. This is the foliage with the various birds and animals, and figure of the women in various luxurious poses. Seven horses, which is denotes the Bhagavad Gita, and name after the seven colors of the rainbow. And this is war horses also there, war horses, and figure of the war horses of Konark, symbol of the state government of Odisha. Okay, so the Kamamaya believed to be this founder, and Indravarman that was the 530, Anantvarman, and capital was the Kalinga Nagra was the present temple of the Odisha, and there's the Vijayanagar Empire, which is declined invasion of in conflict in leading to the rise. That was the sun god of the three location caged to the down into this. Now next one is the Sharda temple. So this Navratri Puja held the newly Sharda temple. This Sharda temple is the Titwal village in the Kupraha, Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. So there is a temple, one of the base of the traditional Sharda Peeth of Neelam Valley of the Pakistan, Kashmir. It is in the Neelam Valley of the Sharda, one of the three principal of the Martin Sun Temple and the Amarnath Temple. First is the Sun Temple, then will be the Amarnath temple, and it is the A.I. Baruni who described the temple as a much site. Now, religious significance of the Mahashakti Pita, Grand Shakti Pita, and there is a Kashmiri Pandit there that the Kuldevi of the Kashmiri Pandit, and educational significance script under of the Sharda, and Adi Shankaracharya and the Ramanujacharya also is said the study of the Sharda University. Okay, now next one is Trambakeshwar temple. It is about the 12 Jyotirlinga and constituted by their Peshav Balaji Bajirao. This is Trinity of the Lord Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, and this is in the black stone. The black stone that was the Nagra style of the architecture, and it is in the Nagra style of the architecture. There is a Mahabaleshwar, Omkareshwar, Nageshwar, Somnath, Trambakeshwar, Bhimeshwar, Kedarnath, Vidyanath, Kashi Vishwanath, and Grisheshwar and Mallikarjun and the Rameshwar. Now Tungnath temple, they situated the Rudraprayag district, and that is the Arjuna. Arjuna was there, and it was latitude over the 12,000 feet, highest Shiva in the world, and this was the Tritya Kedar and the Panch Kedar, which is the Gaherwal Himalaya. So Tungnath temple, that was in the Gaherwal Himalaya, and it is a Tritya Kedar and Panch Kedar. Now Jageshwar temple in the Parvati Kund. So Jageshwar temple in the river of the Jata Ganga. Main is the Shiva. So that is the post-Gupta pre-medieval area of the Katyuri dynasty. So Jageshwar temple, that is the Parvati Kund, is also there in the Jageshwar temple, and this temple is the Ling Purana and Skand Purana, where it's given about Jageshwar temple, and Lakulish Shaivism, revivalist tract of the worship Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is a goddess and there is a Parvati. Now Sri Sita Rama Swami temple, Thrissur, Kerala. Sita Rama temple, that is Thrissur, Kerala. It is the Vadkunath temple, Vadkunatham temple, and that is Lord Sri Sita Rama and the Lord Ayappa and Lord Shiva, and Hanuman is also there. Now Tirunveli temple, Kerala. This is bank of the stream of Papnashini Brahmagiri hills of the Wayanad, Kerala. It is in the Brahmagiri hill, and that is in the Kerala. Trinity of the Shiva, Vishnu and the Brahma, and that is traditional Kerala architecture of the bank stream of the Papnashi Brahmagiri hill. It is Brahmagiri hill of the Tiruchirappalli. Now next one is the Mohenjo-daro and Dancing Girl. So this 47 International Museum Day. Here the dancing girl made of the Chenna Pattanam style. This is the Chenna Pattanam style, and this is Harappan civilization 2500 BCE, and it is founded Mohenjo-daro as a 1926, and using the lost wax technique. And with the dancing girl, Chenna Pattanam town is a town of toys, and the geographical indicators also, it is in Karnataka. Mostly the ivory woods they used, and the woodwork is colored for the vegetable dyes. Next is Natraj statue. Natraj is a tallest. It is a tallest statue. That is the Bharat Mandapam of G20 summit. It is the Ashtadhatu. It is made of the Ashtadhatu, and that is the creation destruction of the universe, and five, that is Shiva and Chola, Lord Shiva of Natraj family. That is 7th century, and under the patronage of Chola dynasty, and that is the Sembia Mahadevi. So this is the Tilati Natraj temple, Chidambaran in the Tamil Nadu. Next one is the Parantaka, ruler of the Chola dynasty, and these Chola rulers are the world magnetic equator. World is as in the magnetic equator. So Damru, which is in the right hand, and upper hand holds the Agni, and the lower hand was the Abhay Mudra, and there is a Dal Hasta, like lower hand left is the Dal Hasta, and Upasmara is also there, and Bhujanga Swastika, circular Jwala Mala. It is also there. So this is all about Natraj temple. First one is a Damru, second one is the Agni in Abhay Mudra, And now Dalhasta, that is the hand held in the Dalhasta, and Apasmara. Apasmara means ignorance of the forgetfulness. So Apasmara, ignorance of the forgetfulness, and Bhujang Trastita, that is the represent the Tribanga style. It is in the Tribanga style, and also the circular mala, that is the garland frame also there. Now art and architecture of Chola. Chola was the bronze sculpture sites is the lowest waste technique. They were mostly using the lowest waste technique. Raj Rajeshwar is the very famous person in this, Raj Rajendra, and Rajeshwar, and the Bradeshwar temple is also very famous, Bradeshwar temple. And our instrument of the Kudumula, Veena and flute. They were using the Veena and the flute, and the Devdasi for the Bharatnatyam. And Bharatnatyam is a classical dance of the Chola. Bharatnatyam. The Bharatnatyam is the classical dance of the Chola, and Chola temple is in the two group, that was Pallava and next is Chalukya. Okay. So there is Chola is the high boundary wall, Garbhagriha and Antarala, and Vimana and the Gopuram. That is very important for the temple. And genesis of the granite. They made the granite temple. And other one is the Vijayanagar temple, that is Bradeshwar temple, Tanjavur, and Bradeshwar temple of the Gangakai Cholpuram. So Bradeshwar in the Tanjavur, and Bradeshwar in the Gangakondakai Cholapuram. Next is the prominent ruler like Paratang first, which is the capital of the Pandyas, and Rajraja Chola. It was the acquired the Sri Lanka, and it was Lakshadweep and Maldives. Rajendra Chola, it was 1014 and known for the Gangakondi Cholapuram, and that was archaeology, and Kolutunga, that was the united the Chola Empire, Kolutunga. Major city is Tanjavur, and Gangakondi Cholapuram, Madurai, and culture is sculpture of bronze statue, Natraj, and Parabu, and Kattam system. Language is the official language is their official language is the Tamil language as well as the Sanskrit language. And administration is sustained the monarchy and self-governing unit, and social religious conditions they are following the Buddhism and Shaivism and Jainism, and also the education in society for the Sanskrit. Now, religious monasteries like Gattika. Gattika is a religious monastery, and that is the Warangal. Okay. Now, next one is Sengol. What is Sengol? What is Sengol? So Sengol is this scepter Thiruvandurai Adinam monastery. It is a monastery. Okay. Now it is a Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru received the Sengol transfer of power. This is Tamil Velo Semmayo rightfulness. Established the Shivaya Murthy, and it is Thirumular, author of Thirumanthi Ram, attained the enlightenment for the Thiruvardurai, southern bank river of the Kaveri, and the land gifted, the Valangavai, that is land of the non-Brahma, and Shalabhoga, that was the school, Devdana for land gifted. King was the most powerful, guided by the council of minister, and it was the mentioned the two assembly hall of the Sabha, and first will be the Ur and the assembly of the village. Mahasabha was the gathering the adult men, and the landowner was the Muvendra Velam. Cultural aspect of the showcased, that is in G20. Okay, so the Vasudeva Kutumbakam, which is the Maha Upanishada, Satyameva Jayate, in the emblem of the Mundaka Upanishada. It is in the Mundaka Upanishada. So Pithora painting, which is famous in Madhya Pradesh and the Rajasthan, and Angora and the Pashmina, that is in the Leh and Ladakh, and metal Amberi craft, that is in the Rajasthan, and Gond painting that is famous in the Madhya Pradesh, and Langpi pottery that is famous in the Naga tribe. Langpi pottery that is in the Naga tribe. Now Rig Veda is the handwritten Sharda script, and Rig Veda it is in the Sharda script, and it is Max Muller who is the Rig Veda and the Sanskrit. Now this is the Geet Govinda in English, and the Buhlar translate the Palya Prakrit. Now the handwritten version of the Parani Ashtadhyayi. And now democracy in Indian architecture, that is the Sabha and Samiti. Sabha and Samiti. Two things are Lichvi state. Buddhist is the described this as a leader of the Buddha. Now next one is the Uthir Merur inscription. Uttar Merur inscription. This is in as a Paratang Chola, and that was the Kudumbu. Kudumbu is a representative of General Assembly, and detail of the Sabha and the qualification disqualification given. The Kalimpur copper plate inscription. It was the Dharampala who is elected for the people replace the ruler. That was the Kalimpur copper plate. And Mahasthan inscription, that was a Mauryan inscription, and it was by the Ashoka Mahasthana. And Anubhav Mantapa of the Lord Basveshwar. So Basveshwar was the 12th century, and it was known as a socio-religious reform. Basva Purana, which is the Palkulki Samathan, and philosophy experience of the Prabhudeva, great yogi, were the nominated by the higher authority. Now new Parliament House, which is the Central Vista Development Plan, 1931. It was the included Rashtrapati Bhavan South Block with India Gate of Monuments. But now Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat spread the Padma Shri architecture Bimal Patel inspired. Who Patel? Bimal Patel, who inspired for this. And Lok Sabha Hall, which is the national bird, it's peacock. Peacock is the national bird. Rajya Sabha Hall, which is national flower, that is the lotus. It is lotus, it is peacock. National tree, which is banyan tree, and planted on the premises and placed next to the speaker chair. Ashoka pillar is the parliament house, hand woven carpet, that is the Badohi carpet city, and it is 6 gates of dedicated water, land and sky. Satyamev Jayate, Satyamev Jayate, and that is the wood Nagpur marble Gujarat, and stone in Rajasthan, bamboo wood in the Tripura. The ceremonial entrance and their guardian. The Gajdwar. Gajdwar is represent the wisdom, wealth, and intellect and memory. That is Madhukeshwar temple in the Karnataka. So Madhukeshwar temple. Now Garud Dwar. Garud Dwar up in the central vista there is a 6 entrance. First is Gajdwar, that is in the Karnataka Madhukeshwar temple, and Garud Dwar, it is the Nayaka period sculpture of Kumbhakarnam, Tamil Nadu. It was in Tamil Nadu, the Garud Dwar. And Ashwadwar, it is southern part of the speed and endurance. So for the Ashwadwar, it was a Odisha Sun Temple. Odisha Sun Temple. And the Shardul Dwar, Western Ghat. So it is the Morena Madhya Pradesh Shiva Temple and power of the people of the country. So Morena Madhya Pradesh Shiva Temple and the power of the power of the Shiva temple. This is power of the Shiva temple. Next is the Hansadwar. Next is the Hansadwar. This Hansadwar is about the discernment and the self-realization. Vijay Vatthal Hampi. Vijay temple of the Hampi, that is Hansadwar. And the Mokshadwar. Mokshadwar is the silver temple of the Hollywood. It is in the Halebidu. Now the related to the Chosat Yogini temple. Chosat Yogini temple is given into the Madhya Pradesh, and that is the Edwin Lutyens and the Baker. Edwin Lutyens and the Baker. And this temple is circular central shrine dedicated to the Shiva, and this is believed to the powerful warriors of the Kutch Pagata dynasty. Now next one is the Jantar Mantar. So Maharaja Savai Jai Singh II, as a Amber in the India, he was the feudatory Mughal. As a feudatory of the Mughal for Savai, they given him as a Savai and emperor from the Aurangzeb. He built city of the Jaipur, and now he impressed the Jai Singh for the unparalleled excellence of the planning. Jantar Mantar is Maharaja Jai Singh II, and this is built observation of different location, timelines, construction, condition, and Jaipur is a houses the greatest number of the variety of the instrument. Now other is the Golconda Fort. Golconda Fort. This Golconda is a Kakatiya dynasty of the Qutub Shahi, and that was the effect of this. Now the Shri Fort. So Siri Fort is about the Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji was the foundation of the 713 excavated reservoir known as the Hoj Khas. This is the Hoj Khas, and known as the Alai Darwaja and the semicircular. This Siri Fort is a semicircular Alauddin Khilji, and it was in the Alai Darwaja. And now Adi Shankaracharya Jagadguru, founder of the Advaita, and that was born in the Kerala. Okay, so this is the Omkareshwar. That was the oneness. And now this is Statue of Unity. That was the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Statue of the Equality. That is the Ramanuja. Statue of the Peace. That was the Vijay and Vallabh. And Statue of Prosperity. That was the Namdapha and Kempegowda. Nadra Prabhu and Kempegowda, that is in Bengaluru. For prosperity, it is in the Bengaluru. For peace, it is in the Rajasthan. That is a Vijay Vallabh. And for the equality, that is in the Hyderabad. For the equality, that is in the Hyderabad. For the unity, that is for the Gujarat. For the unity, that is in the Gujarat. And it was in the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. The painting. The inscription source of the history. Recently, the copper plates of the Pune-based Oriental Research Institute. About the copper plates, this is the Badami and Chalukya ruler. That was the Varaha seal and the Badami Chalukya. About the Shilpa, about the Sheela Bhattika, Chalukya daughter of Pulkeshin. Sheela Bhattika was the Panchali style. She was in the Panchali style Sanskrit poet of the Raja Shekhara. So proper dating, information about social life, knowing about all the Jogimara caves of Tamil Nadu, of Kuddi Mayyamai is an inscription. Kuddi Mayyamai inscription, that is in Tamil Nadu. The Gargi, that is the saga of the Yajnika, and the Maitreyi, that is expounder of the Veda. The key woman of the Nayanara, that is 8th century, and the Andal, she is the 12th Alvara, and the Andal is for the Tirupavai, and Akka Mahadevi was the Kannada language, and that was the given in the Akka Mahadevi, and Atukuri was the daughter of the Telugu. Okay, now the Someshwar inscription, first record of the Alupa dynasty, and Alupa dynasty Someshwar, it is in the Karnataka, and it was the Alupa dynasty, longest of the dynasty of the Tullu in the Karnataka. It is Barkur, and now literature tradition of the folk song, and Halmidi and Karnataka Hassan, which is mentioned about the grand recommendation of the Pashupati and chief commander of the Kadamba. Now next one is the UNESCO created the city network. So this UNESCO it is Gwalior Kozhikode as a joined this new city acknowledged for the harnessing creativity and Kozhikode city of the literature. It is a city of the literature. Gwalior city of the music encompasses the legends of the Mia Tansen, Birju Bawra, and that was the Mumbai as a film city, Chennai as a music city, Hyderabad gastronomy, Varanasi again music, Jaipur craft and folk art, and Srinagar also craft and folk art. So the UNESCO given this city network in 2004 Creative City Network, and this is global recognition for the tourism. And there is a genesis in 1945 that was in Paris. Okay, and this is to strengthen the culture and communication. 12 Association Man Biosphere Program that was in 1971, Copyright Convention 1952, and World Heritage Convention 1972. Now, ancient staged shipbuilding method that was Tankai method. Tankai method, Ministry of Culture constructed this Tankai method. Ministry of Culture fully funded with this ship design construction. So idea was the Ajanta painting. Ajanta painting. The Ministry of Culture was working for rebuild the maritime culture about the 39 country of the Indian Ocean. So western coast that was eastern coast also some of the countries, and ancient maritime cultural link between the south region and Sadhva. Sadhva is also the Red Sea route that was also important, and Silk route that was the Xi'an of the China. Mewar School of Painting, so Jaipur School, Jodhpur and Bikaner, Kota, Bundi, Malwa and Mewar. So Mewar is a miniature painting that is in 17th to 18th century. It is associated set of the Ragamala, and towards the country secular subject including to the court seat. Okay, this is the court seat Ragamala and Nathdwara style in the Mewar, and a simple bright color was using and finally portrayed the executed Willem, and Mewar painting that was the given to the Ramayan and Jagannath Bihari, and the differ of the painting, so the patronage of the rich Rajputana community. So there is a miniature style that was the Kathua art, and that was given the GI tag Kathua art. So that was Basholi painting, and Basholi was a Kathua district Jammu, and it was first independent GI tech product. Next is paper, cloth and wood. All of this is there. Now 30 is the bark print, that is the Dar training camp of the sustainable bark print. It is the Bagini river. It is in a red and black color. It is also given GI tag Mesolithic rock art, that is in MP. The Pannamallai painting, it is in Tamil Nadu. The Talagirisheshwar temple of Lalalithi Lagabani. That is also the the dancing of the eight hands. They are using as a Lord Shiva and Parvati. So this is the mural painting. Pannamallai is a mural art of the Tamil Nadu, and it is resemble the Ajanta and Chittanasawal and Pallav king of Narsimha I, popularly known as Rajsimha, who given this construction. The Cherial scroll painting is famous in the Telangana, and that is also given GI tag and narrative form. It is in the narrative form, and that is the storytelling. It is the storytelling, and that is the Kaki Pogaloon, mostly primary. Pichwai painting was a fort Nadwara near the Udaipur Rajasthan. That is the Y, and it was the Radha Gopis and festival of the Purnima. Now next one is the Garba art. Garba is a UNESCO intangible heritage. Garba of the Gujarat, that was 2003 convention 50, and so the feminine of the Shakti, and this Garba is a womb of the Shakti, mother goddess as a Amba, anti-clockwise, and UNESCO in the Paris. It is 2003 convention, Paris convention, which is given the 24 members General Assembly, and India is also the member of this, and tenure is 4 years. The Article 2 of the convention defines the intangible culture of the India in the UNESCO. Okay, so टू ओरल ट्रेडिशन होना चाहिए, परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट, सोशल प्रैक्टिस, नॉलेज, या फिर ट्रेडिशनल क्राफ्टमैन. लिस्ट ऑफ इंटेंजिबल में कुटियम आएगा जो कि संस्कृत है, ट्रेडिशनल वैदिक चैंटिंग, रामलीला आएगा जो कि परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द रामायण, रमम है जो कि गहरवाल हिमालय में, छऊ डांस एंड कालबेलिया जो कि है राजस्थान में, एंड मुडिएटू दैट इज इन केरला. ना बुद्धिस्ट चैंटिंग में लद्दाख है, संकीर्तन है जो कि कहाँ पर है, डांसिंग से रिलेटेड है, ट्रेडिशनल ब्रास एंड कॉपर मेकिंग दैट वाज द गुरु पंजाब, नवरोज, योगा, कुंभ मेला एंड दुर्गा पूजा, all of them are included in the intangible. Now Cham Lama dance. It is dance unique to the Tibetan people. Cham Lama, that was the Tibetan people, and that was the Padma Sambhav Guru to have started the Cham dance tradition of depict the scene of the Padam Bhava of this man, the Kolkalli dance. Kolkalli dance. It was favor in the Kerala. That is a Thoma arrival, and it is a Kolakam, Kolamu, and Kalari Payatu in the Kerala. Now Pulli Kalli tiger dance. Pulli Kalli. It is a tiger dance, and Pulli Kalli, it is a tiger dance of the Kerala. It is also tiger dance of the Kerala. It is paint of the body tiger with the yellow, red, and black color. Okay. Now next one is a Gilgit manuscript. So Gilgit is a clay-coated Gilgit manuscript in 16th century, 6th century. It is Buddhist and Samadhi Raj Sutra, Samadhi Pundra Sutra, first discovered to ancient stupa of Kashmir. The oil Chiki script. All Chiki script is in the Murmu, Raghunath Murmu, 1925. Oil Chiki is the Santhali Munda language, which is the Jharkhand and West Bengal. Attributed the Permanent Settlement Act and Rajmahal Hill in Jharkhand. So this is the Santhal Pargana were created, become illegal for a Santhal transfer land to the non-Santhal. That is the old Chiki script. It is in Santhal area. The Fanigiri is it's belonging to the 1942. It's discovered then 2003. So Fanigiri means the snack food, snack hood. It is in the Telangana, famous in the Telangana, and this is narrate the history of the Buddhism. It is the narration art which is narrate the history of Buddhism, and that is Buddha wearing the Roman toga, and it is show the Mahayana and the Jnana both. The next one is the Vajra Mushti Kalaga. Vajramushti, it is the Vajramushti, and that was given to be this opponent, and the Navratri and the Mysuru plays of the Mansol welfare of the Someshwar second, and that all about this. The next one, next topic is Kiladi excavation. Kiladi excavation. This is in the Tamil Nadu, and Kiladi is a village of the bank of river of the Vagai, and it is in Tamil Nadu. Archaeological Survey of India of the Tamil Nadu, the corroborate the history accuracy linked to the Iron Age, early historical period, urban settlement, industry, Tamil Brahmini script, and the link to the Sangam age. There is a Sangam refer to the gathering of this scholar, and it is a Sangam which is the Kadambapuram, and the Vatta Kirutal literature, chiefly the Tolaka PM, and the Etu Tokai. Now the Poor Pannai Kotai site. Port Pannai Kotai site. This is the Sangam age. It is indicate to be this fort area of the industry. Port Kotai site. And Adicha Nallur. Adicha Nallur is a five site and that was the burial of the Thuthukundi district. It was in Tamil Nadu. Adi Channalur, and that is about the food, millet, and paddy we can find found here. Next is Juna Katia site. It is a early Harappan burial, and that is in Gujarat, and it is the burial structure of the sandstone and the painting of the slip bar. The Chebrolu. Chebrolu is the town of Guntur in Andhra Pradesh. It is Eastern Chalukya, and now there is a Chaturmukha and the Brahmeshwar, Bhimeshwar, Nageshwar, and the Adikeshwara temple. Now next is the Menhir. Menhir. Menhir is a Madumal village of the Telangana, and it is upright stone from the megalithic period, and that is about the burial sites, and this is about the archaeological sites of the particular days, and that was given the Menhir Muddumalai, and Menhir is for the Nivulu Rulu, and the Thofi Kolu or headstone. So it is megalithic stone, and that was Mamankanam 12 year, and headstone, which is the hemispherical laterite stone. It is in megalithic period. Now next is the Sundargarh Natural Arch. Sundargarh Natural Arch is a Kanika range of the Sundargarh Forest division of the Odisha, and that is lowest Jurassic age, and it was for the Tirumala hill of the Tirupati and the Andaman Nicobar. So two natural arch also there. One is the Tirumala hill of the Tirupati and the Andaman Nicobar Iceland. The Sisupalgarh. So it was Kalinga kingdom of the capital of the Kalinga kingdom. Name is the Sisupalgarh, and it is designed to construct the complete square-shaped, centrally protected monument under the provision of 1904, the protection of the monument. The Baikulla railway station, it is in Mumbai. So UNESCO given the award Cultural Heritage Asia's oldest railway station, Chhatrapati Shivaji Vastu Sangrahalaya and Stapewell Golconda and Domakonda Fort is also but the winner of this, and there was a recognizing achievement in the private sector VPP. Whistling village, that is the Kongthong village. Kongthong village, it is in the Meghalaya. Whistling क्यों बोलते हैं? It is called by the PM because of the whistling is a unique tradition of the Jingwai, meaning to the song of the first woman cleans. So tradition under the woman created tune of the newborn, and that was a Kongong people belong to the Sangkhasi tribes of the languages. The next one is the Mihir Boj. The Mihir Boj. So Mihir Boj is a prominent in the 9th century of the Gurjar Pratihar dynasty. Pratihara dynasty. It was the Rambhadra 836. The Adi were devout to the Lord Vishnu. Also, the coin from his era feature of the Adi Varra, Arab merchant of the Suleiman, greatest Gurjar Pratihara, and the great patron of the art of the literature, poet, and the now there is a recognizing consolidated the Pratihara Empire. This is the Mihir Boj. Mihir Boj is from the Pratihara employed. It is inscription of Varaha and Paheva, Malwa Rajputana and the Kalhan Rajtarangini. Kalhan, that was the Rajtarangini. Malwa, that was the and expansion of the Kashmir. Now there is a tripartite struggle between the Kannauj, Pala and the Rashtrakuta, and this Devpala was a Gwalior and defeated the son of Devpala. So Amogvarsh Krishna II were the Rashtrakuta king for the empire of the river. So prominent ruler is the Nagvardhana. Vatsaraja Nagbhat II, Mihir Bhoj and Mahendra Pal and Jaspal. Major city Ujjain and Kannauj. Literary record is the Ahol inscription and Hinsang. Administration is about the city of the village and that is locally administered. Social religious is the polymany of royal and it is Vaisheshika, Shiva, Shakti and Surya. There was art and architecture is based on Shiva Parvati temple and Panchayatan is style dedicated to the Shakti cult and Mihir Bhoja was built this large scale. Sant Mirabai 525 anniversary of this Mirabai recently in the Mathura, Uttar Pradesh, and that is the great Bhakti saint, and it was the princess of the Mewar, and the Rana Bhoj Raj Prince Mewar, son of the Rana Sangha. Rana Sangha was a battle of the Khanwa. So in the battle of the Khanwa, so Rana Sangha was a great king who famous for the leadership of the battle of the Khanwa in the Mughal emperor. And now she followed the Saguna Bhakti and her husband in the Chittor. So she addressed the Lord Krishna as a Girdhar Gopal and Payoji Mane Ram Ratangan Payo. Mirabai poem is the Braj languages and that was the Rag Govind and the Narsi Jiro Mairo Geet Govind Mirabai ki Malhar and the Rag Vihag and the Garba Geet. So robbers and that was the Mirabai poems and Bhaktamal Guru Nabaji and Braj language. Now Saint Ravidas was considered to the untouchables. He was a disciple of the Ravidas and he was against the untouchability and challenges the upper caste. So now next is Bhakti movement that was 7 to 12. All human are equal and the Alvars was for the devoted to the Vishnu and Naina for the Shiva and they are the connected the local languages. Lord Shiva as in Naina they are the 63 famous Sandhya, Tirubanga, Sambanar and Machika, Chakra. Alvar is the Lord Vishnu. They are the following Lord Vishnu and this is Namalvar, Tirumangai, Alvar, Andal and the Parilvar. Devotional song of the Andal, Tirupallal and Alvar Divya Prabandham. So central and north that was central north around 13th century. So Saguna, that was the god is attribute. Niguna, that formless god. Maharashtra is the 13th century. That was the Marathi language. Vitthal was a temple of the Padanpur of the followed by the Varkari tradition. Janeshwar, Namdev, Eknath, Tukaram and the Shakul Bhai and Cholamela so rejected the ritualism and social differences. New Vaishnavism is a movement of the Shankara Deva of the Assam and the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu devoted to the Lord Krishna for the now Rani Durgavati. Rani Durgavati was the Chandela dynasty and it was famous in the UP. So Gond dynasty and the Garha that is the Gonda. Now assuming to the leadership of the Gonda and that was the infrastructure development, patronage to the religious and the Baj Bahadur. Durgavati was the chronic for the Abul Fazl. So founder was the major city was the Mahoba and the Sanskrit and Prakrit two languages. Social system was the Varna system and the decline of the invasion of the Mahmud Ghaznavi. Now next one is the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. He was we are celebrating 350 of the anniversary of this Chhatrapati Maharaj. He born in the Shivneri fort of the Junar, Pune. His mother was Jijabai, father was the Shahaji Bhosle and the Chhatrapati Shivaji was a stable kingdom and he was given to the founding of the Swaraj Pune and inhabited to the Mavla. Objective was the Swaraj and capture the forts of the Murumdev and king at the Hem Council of the ministry known as the Ashtapradhan, Peshwa Mujuhum, Vaknavis, Dabir and Dabir was the foreign and Vaknavis is for the intelligence, Majumdar for the finance and Senapati for the army, Nyadish for the royal correspondence and Pandit Rao for the charitable. So Shivaji was given the cash salary to him to their subordinates and the Mirasdar was the strictly supervised and supplemented to the income of the living of the contribution of the Mughal territory known as the Chauth and Swardeshmukhi. Choth was the 1/4 and the Swardeshmukhi of the 10%. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaja maintained the cavalry, infantry, trained the hilly warfare and the Mewals, and now Navy found the Gulab. Now there is a no single official was entrusted to the sole charge of the fort, but he was to build the sea fort also, and also protection of the navy, keep the check on the Siddhi and Janjia, and he was built the Swarnadurg. It was Swarnadurg in the Malvan, and he was also built the Padamadurg. Swarnadurg and the Padamadurg. The next one is Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan had a 125th anniversary, and he was the servant of the journalist, educationist, social reformer, and he was interpretation of the Islam, and now he was a Quranic relation. So there was the Asbab-e-Baghdad Hind, so scientific society, Aligarh Institute, and as a Sir Ahmad Khan was Gadget in the magazine, which is organ of scientific society, Aligarh Institute of Gadget, commentary of the Holy Bible, and historical documents of the Asar-ul Sanadid, that is the remnant sign of the ancient heroes. Transformation of the education sector, Scientific Society 1863, Mohammed Anglo-Oriental College in Aligarh 1870, Aligarh movement, also propounded by the Ahmad Khan, Sir Syed. Indian Muslims not joined this movement, but two-nation theory was also given. Sir Syed was faced criticism of the discouraging to the tutor-based home education and women, so denounced the polygamy and the infanticide and child marriage. Child marriage should not be there, polygamy no, and infanticide no. Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati High Level Committee of the 200 year of celebration. So it was a social reformer of the Morvi of the Katiyar, Gujarat. That was Swami Vijayanagar Virajanand the Saraswati. Study of the Parini, Patanjali, and the started preaching of literary work was a Satyarth Prakash, and it was the Veda Bhasya Bhumika, and Veda Bhasya is the Sanskrit Yajurveda. Now, Vedic ideology denouncing the idolatry and the infallibility of the Vedas, and the Satyarth Prakash go back to the Vedas, return to the Vedic principle. Caste is not supposed to be the hereditary, advocated significance of the reform. Untouchability should not be advocated. Women education, child marriage, and forced marriage will not be there. And campaign of the education for women, introducing Anglo-Vedic school. Political philosophy was the enlightenment and for the monarchy and democracy and the elective representation. Cow protection movement for the Shuddhi movement. He was is a social reformer. First to give call for the Swaraj also, and 1876 inspired the Swadeshi and Swaraj. So the Arya Samaj was dedicated to the 1875 dedicated to the established Bombay Dayanand Saraswati, and it was a monotheistic Hindu order of rejected ritualistic excesses and social dogmas. And Krishna Vanto Vishwaraya, that was the old means of the to make the universe best. And the proselytization in Hinduism, some of the principle was based on the idea of universalism, source of knowledge of the pure God, justification, ray of the knowledge must be the darkness ignorance. Education was given the orphanage, so that's why the Arya Samaj into the Gurukul and the college group. So was Swami Shraddhanand and the radical group of the Lala Hansraj. Language was also propounded for the food to the followed. The next one is the Sri Aurobindo Ghosh, 20th century philosopher, spiritual leader, pioneer for the Indian extremist movement of the Anushilan Samiti 1902, and also the partition of the Bengal 1905 led to the extremist group of the Bal Gangadhar Tilak and against the moderates, passive resistance and not the violence. And 1908 Aurobindo was a Alipur conspiracy case, which is case Alipur conspiracy case, and in that literary new lamp of old and open revolt, complete independence, Bande Mataram, Karam Yogi in the Hindi, Dharma and the Bengali, and philosophical magazine of Arya collected the poems, plays, and the yoga and the human cycle, ideal of the human unity and the legend of symbol. played active role of the Indian freedom movement and the life divine and essay of the Gita synthesis the yoga and the epic of the Savitri. Yoga called the integral yoga spiritual seeker of the Sri Aurobindo and Meera was founded this. There was the idealism, realism, naturalism and this is the Janana, Bhakti and the Karma. So but the synthesis was Aurobindo does not believe in any man-made division but teaching of the Ramanujacharya influenced by the teaching of the Ramanujacharya. Next is the Bhagwan Birsa Munda. He was the god of Divas, Jayantiya god of Divas. That was the birth anniversary of the Birsa Munda and the Viksit Bharat was the Sankalp for the Adivasi Nyay and that was early of the Birsa Munda and the Munda tribes was known as the Chota Nagpur and that was social reform and staying away. Based on this was started the faith of the Birsa movement called the Ul Gulan and it was a great Tulump that is against the exploitation and the tribal and that Chota Nagpur region in 1908 restricted the land people. Sri Alluri Sitaraman Raju, it was the 100 year of Rampa rebellion, which is Alluri Sitaraman Rajan, and that was birthplace was Alluru Sitaraman Raju, Bhima, Andhra Pradesh. Bhimavarnam influenced the Mahatma Gandhi and the local panchayat courts Manyam, which is the forest rebellion, Manyam Virulu, that was the jungle, and next one is organized the guerrilla movement, police station, Chintapalli police station, and Calcutta secret society. Now, alienation of the tribal population of the Rampa and that Madras forest and exploitation of the tribal Veti worker, Gothi laborer and simple of the coolie laborer. Muttardas, like village headman's power of the Muttardas, he described the socio-economical framework of the Rampa and also structure of the tribal community in the Andhra Pradesh. Kaji Kajgur Islam. So he was a Kaji Kasgur, the Karrar oil Kopat. It was in the iron bar of the jail. So film has led to the widespread criticism of the Bangladesh Kaji Kajrum Islam. Childhood early life was a Churulia village of the वेस्ट बंगाल इंडियन आर्मी के अंदर थे ये फिर बिरदोही को अगेंस्ट द ऑपरेशन ऑफ द ह्यूमन slavery hatred and the tradition to 2000 songs he given 2000 songs and the autobiography of the Sogat the literary society and Bodan and the Shatli Arab and Badai Pratar and there was a Gandhi Irvin Pact and he motivated the fight against the British and Swadeshi Khilafat and Praja Swaraj movement. Next one is Hindu-Muslim unity. He was propounder of that. Padam Bhushan and national poet and Ekushe Padak. Now the Raja Ravi Verma. It was the anniversary 175. He was a proponent of the lithography and lithography producing in the work for the metal work and that was Indian tradition, European art and affordable artist. So we need a father of modern Indian art and he was in a Kilimanjaro in the Travancore and classification of the painting and also the teacher and also he awarded the Kesari Hind for the gold medal for government of Kerala. Now next is the Srimanta Shankaradeva. Srimanta Shankaradeva was the Vaishnavite and his was the Ek Sara Harinam Dharma and the poetic work of the Kirtan and Harichandra and Kurukshetra Yatra. There was a Ahilyabai Holkar. She was in the Maharashtra government renamed the Ahmednagar district of the Ahilyapur Malwa Queen, we can say, and city of the Maheshwar became a literary, musical, artistic city because of her. And he restoration revamped the various temples. Sri Narayana Guru. Sri Narayana Guru was the PM tribute to the Narayana Guru in the Jayanti. One caste, one religion, one god. Contributed for the Sri Narayana Dharma and that was Yogam. Upliftment of the Ejava community and Aruvirupuram movement. One of the first movement of the equal right for the temple entry that was Aruvirupuram temple and it was the Vaikom Satyagraha that was a Devdasam and Sachidanand Sinha, he was the formation of province of Bihar and Odisha Empirical Legislative Council, so he was member of that, and he was active member of the British Committee of London. Constitution nationalist, he believed that Indians should be adopt the constitution means to attain the freedom. And before the Rajendra Prasad was formally appointed, he was as a president. So he was Iqbal, the poet of his message, the Kashmir and the playground of the Asia. Next one is Swami Sahdanand Saraswati. So it was in Uttar Pradesh, first president and organized the Bhakti movement, Bakshat movement in the Bihar and Bihar Tenancy Act and the Bakshat land tax. The next is the Malati Mem Akka Mangri Oreng, the first woman of the martyr of Assam anti-opium campaign, and she was a foreign liquor and opium push. Now Rukmani Lakshmipati was a social reformer. Mahatma Gandhi and Rajgopalachari and Sarojini Naidu participated in the salt satyagrah and the Vedaran Madras presidency. She became first female of the satyagrah salt satyagrah movement, and she was the Madras presidency. Their name was Rukmani Lakshmi Pati. The Ashka Ullah Khan was a Hindustan Republic Association, later Hindu and Socialist Republic Association. Sachidanand Sinha, that was also there was a Kakori train robbery, that was because of the he was also in that Kakori train robbery. So Ashka Khan was in that robbery participating. Sri Ramalingam Swamigal. So PM addresses the occasion of 200th birth anniversary of Ramalingam. So Tamil saint known as the Gana Siddhahara and the Suddha and the Sangam, pure path of the absolute truth, and that was a charity divine practice leading to the pure knowledge. Next one is